These radical left-wing politicians advocate for criminals first. They want shorter sentences for dangerous criminals, sanctuary cities to be a safe haven for criminal illegal immigrants, and cashless bail. I'm not into it.
Yeah, well, of course, he's not a fan of that. He's a rich person and he can always use his economic means to get out of justice. Regular people that are held for no reason for long periods of time because of their inability to pay would not be a big concern of his. But what you saw in that video was Dr. Oz, candidate for Senate in Pennsylvania, notably, delivering lines half-heartedly. He doesn't really know about this stuff. He doesn't really care. He just, for some reason, wants to be a senator. What he said, though, is not what's important about that video. What is important about that video isn't even the candidate. What is important about that video is the background, because it revealed something interesting, and that was identified by the man he's running against, John Fetterman, in this tweet. Pro tip: don't fill an ad for your PA Senate campaign from your mansion in New Jersey. And he's kind of onto something, because if you go to this next graphic, Insider did a little bit of detective work, and the shelf and that little statue thing sure does seem like it comes from promotional photos of a tour of that mansion in People magazine back in 2020. And how is this possible that he would be filming this from a mansion he owns in a different state? Oh, because he doesn't really live in Pennsylvania. He's running there, but he has no real connection to the state. He doesn't live there, and he apparently, even while actively campaigning, doesn't bother to actually live in the state. So anyway, a lot of people are having fun with this. Bill Pascrell Jr. says, let me thank my North Jersey constituent, Dr. Oz, for cutting his Pennsylvania campaign ads right in our North Jersey district. These commercials help showcase our beautiful garden state. I love that. And John Fetterman, who either he himself or his team, not that bad with the memes, tweeted tough out there for a simp with the Office meme of Dr. Oz's new campaign video and Dr. Oz's King George mansion in New Jersey. They're the same picture. You gotta love it. He's barely even trying. And it might hurt him in the end. We'll get into the polls again as we did with Herschel Walker, Brett, but what do you make of this?
Just a quick reminder of the other burns Fetterman did. There was another tone deaf, nails on a chalkboard, fake attempt by Dr. Oz to appeal to blue collar workers. And so Dr. Oz put on a hard hat and got in a bulldozer or crane or something. And Fetterman retweeted like a photo of a child's tractor toy and a little baby inside it, kind of just devastating. And so it looked like Oz tried to take that lesson. And he's like, listen, we're not gonna go outside. We're not gonna be pretending to be someone we're not. And what's amazing about this, that every Pennsylvanian needs to appreciate and understand, which they probably do on an instinctive level, Dr. Oz in reality is not a genuine person. He's lying about every position. And B, he's not a Pennsylvanian.
Yeah.
He really is from another state. He's a carpetbagger trying to take from you anything he can get. And luckily, he's a doctor, because at least then he has some medical experience to handle all these sick burns he's getting from Fetterman.
We'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
And now I've got the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. It is the new Miracle Berry. Lightning in a bottle. The miracle of the year. It's raspberry ketone, sea buckthorn, alpha cyclodextrin, green coffee bean extract, yacon syrup, red palm oil, Garcinia cambogia. It's a miracle flower. This miracle pill, brand new miracle.
Do you believe that there's a miracle pill out there?
There's not a pill that's going to help you long-term lose weight and live the best life without diet and exercise.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, so that was an ad release recently by Midas Touch, and it definitely goes at Dr. Oz from a very different direction than I've seen recently. Look, a lot of people have been pointing out the weird political shift that he's undergone, the fact that he's even more thoroughly dispensed with any respect for or understanding of science than he did earlier in his career, the fact that he's running for Senate in a state that I guess he's visited once or twice, but doesn't seem to have much of a history with. to focus on the fact that he was an obvious crook, con man, and swindler is totally legit. They're correctly pointing out that, yeah, no, he just grifted people who were desperate, who wanted to get healthier, lose weight, or whatever it was. He used that for years and years to become a multimillionaire, and it's disgusting that he did that. Do you think that could actually get through in a way that some of the more explicitly political stuff might not, Rayyvana?
I think it's interesting because a lot, like weight loss, that's really what he was hawking, right? Was weight loss supplements. It's really difficult for a lot of people. And the idea that they could lose weight quickly with these products that he's trying to sell to them, would really entice a lot of people. And the fact that they didn't work, people didn't see those results. I think that people could connect with that. But I think the stronger angle is the political things in this case, because Trump had all this sorts of fraud, illegality in his background, heinous acts that he's committed, and people still voted for him. But when it comes to Pennsylvania, and the Midas video does touch on this, he's not from there. And John Fetterman, it has a long record and a career of public service, specifically in Pennsylvania, that really connects with the voters there. And this Dr. Oz doesn't even live there.